Okay, so let's do one more here. So question number 5 is another one that I think is kind of tricky. So again, like on all of these supplement ones, they're just going to be tough, and it's just, are you understanding kind of what's happening? And so if like you didn't remember what the Lagrange error was, you should go back and read it again, and just go from there. So let's take a look at question number 5. Probably the only one that's not tricky on here is number 7. So hopefully you guys can do that one okay. But let's look at 5. So for question number 5, they're giving you a derivative. So they're telling you that f prime is equal to cosine of x squared. And then they want you to find the coefficient of x to the 13th in the Taylor series for f of x. So we are looking to answer a question about f of x, but we are given f prime of x. So how do we go from f prime of x to f of x? Well, we certainly can integrate. And now when we go to try to integrate this, though, how the heck do we do that? How do we integrate if our inside function is x squared, and yet, we don't have an x term to go with it? So what that means is, hallelujah for power series now, is that we can expand it and write this integral term by term. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to say, okay, what is f prime of x in terms of term by term? So again, hopefully we've memorized what is our cosine of x function at this point. So what is cosine of x? So it's x to the 0, right, which is 1, and then minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial, and then so on, right? So what is cosine of x squared? So now that's where we're at. So I know f prime of x, which is cosine of x squared. So I'm going to replace all of these terms here with an x squared. So x to the 0 is just 1, so it's not going to change. And then I'm going to have x squared squared. So I multiply, so it'd be x to the 4th over 2 factorial. And then x squared to the power of 4, which is x to the 8th over 4 factorial, and so on, right? So there's f prime. So now I can't integrate this because u would be x squared, du would be 2x, and there isn't one. But I sure as heck can integrate that. So now I'm going to go ahead and integrate with respect to x, and I'm going to integrate term by term. So therefore, f of x equals, and then the integral of 1 is just x. This is just a coefficient, so I'm going to rewrite that as 1/2. So 1 over 2 factorial is 1/2. And then add 1 to the power and divide. And then 1 over 4 factorial is 1 over 24. And then that's x to the 9th over 9. And now, so I go back and I look at my question, and they wanted me to go to the degree of 13, but I'm only out to the degree of 9. So what that means is I need a little bit more to get a little further. So I stopped here at a power of 4, and I should have gone one more term. So instead of that, I should have x to the 6th over 6 factorial, right? And so when I do the squared term in here, that would give me x to the 12th over 6 factorial times 12. It's kind of squished in there. So x squared, oops, I integrated at the same time. Scribble that out. Okay, so x squared to the 6th is x to the 12th over 6 factorial. So I just substituted. I was trying to integrate at the same time. And so now I'm going to integrate. So I have 1 over 6 factorial, which is 720. And then add 1 to the power, so 13 divided by 13. Okay, and so the question was, find the coefficient of x to the 13th. So my x to the 13th term is down here, and its coefficient is negative 1 over 720 times 1 over 13. And that is my coefficient. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna leave the rest of the time for whiteboarding and practice, and hopefully it will cover everything. So, all right, good luck, guys.